Well, hello again everyone. Today I'm going to be trying to sort out a little problem I've got with the Mutt Mastiff indicators. Well, because I'm a good boy and paid attention on my CBT, I checked the lights before every ride, and before I left for work one day last week, I checked the lights and they were all working fine. But when I come out from work and came to go home, one of the indicators was much duller than the other. So there we go, there is the left hand indicator working pretty much as you'd expect. Now testing it now, this right hand indicator is even worse than it was before. You can see it's literally, yeah, you're never going to see that, are you, if you're following behind. And in fact, I did have a car come a little bit close to me when I was turning right, even though I did use a hand signal as well. And I think that's just because he could not see that right hand indicator and didn't know exactly what I was doing. So the next day I took the car in and I made a call to the dealer because obviously the bike is pretty much brand new. I only bought it earlier in the year and it's under warranty, of course. And that is one of the reasons that I bought a brand new bike, because I wanted one with a warranty that I didn't have to worry about any repair issues or breakdowns, being off the road, that sort of thing. And I could just ride it and get used to riding a motorcycle without those extra concerns. So I made my call to the dealers and spoke to them, and as usual they're very nice and trying to be very helpful. But they told me they could not book it in to look at it until October, and this was the last couple of days of September. So that would be over a month before they could look at it. And I said, well, no problem. Just send me a new indicator and I'm quite happy to install it myself. But no, that's not an option. They have to have it in and look at it and then submit a warranty claim. And of course that implies that when I take it in October, it's not going to be fixed there and then. They have to look at it and submit a report to Mutt themselves, who will then authorise a repair or not. So I don't know how long overall all that would take. And of course all that time the bike isn't really safe to ride on the road with such a dim indicator. So anyway, it's booked in for that warranty and for another service at the same time, because by then it will be due for its next service, assuming I can put any miles on it safely on the road, of course. I had a look on eBay, around various websites and things. Difficult to find the exact indicator. I did find one that matched, but it's a satin chrome finish rather than a black finish like the existing ones. But I ordered it and that has arrived today. However, speaking to Chaz on the phone a couple of nights ago, he suggested that it could just be an earth fault or a trapped wire or something like that, or possibly the driver at fault, the LED driver, because they're LED indicators. So I'm going to have a quick look and see if I can spot anything immediately amiss. Now the indicator wires disappear off up there under the seat. So the first job is to take the seat off, which just involves undoing the bolts on each side here and sliding the seat off backwards. Now, as always on these videos, I remind you that I am not a trained or qualified mechanic. These are not instructional videos, they're just vlogs following me as I try and keep various things now on the road. If you have any doubts about working on your own motorcycle, you should definitely contact a qualified mechanic. So there we go, that's the indicator wiring exposed, and this is the faulty indicator, and that wire just goes into these two bullet connectors here. Now while I've got the seat off, I'll show you what I discovered the first time I took the seat off, and that was this box here, this box of tricks here. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it was just laying loose in there, rattling around. It's obviously designed to fit in with these two bolts, but I've done that. I've bolted that in. It was just completely loose, just flopping around in there. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest, I don't think. So I am not seeing anything here that looks like it might be a trapped wire or anything like that. Now, I must admit, electronics and such like are really not my bag. I'm not entirely sure what's going on as soon as people start explaining stuff about electronics. But as I understand it, LEDs need that driver to smooth out the voltage and the current and supply it precisely to the LED in a consistent form. Now, I couldn't exactly see where the driver was. I couldn't identify that. I wonder if it's that box that was rattling around. Who knows? If you know, then drop me a comment and let me know, because I am a bit at sea with this sort of thing. Now, I don't want to just whack on that new indicator if the driver's faulty, because presumably that will then just mean that that will become destroyed as well, because as I understand it, it's the driver that destroys the LEDs a lot of the time. So let's stick a meter across and see what that's doing. I guess I'll check the voltage first and just make sure that both sides are doing the same. Right, let's start by putting this to, well, it's going to be DC, isn't it? So I'll put it to 20 volts DC. I'm going to turn on the indicator that does work, and you can see hopefully that is working. So let's have a look and see what the scores are for that. Yeah, so that's going up between 13 when it's on and, well, anywhere between 2 and 2.6 and 4.8 when it's off. Don't know if that's what it should be or not. Let's try the other one that isn't working. Yeah, you can see not much going on there at all now. But the voltage is doing something pretty similar. So it's at least consistent between the two sides. I can already imagine some of the comments I'm going to get on this, along the lines of, why on earth are you fiddling with it if you don't know what you're doing? But ultimately, of course, that's how you learn things, and as long as I don't make anything unsafe, then I'm pretty happy tinkering and trying to get to grips with things. And to be honest, you know, I bought the bike brand new with the warranty, so I didn't have to do this sort of thing, and I do feel a bit let down by the dealer and the warranty, in the sense that I am having to do this in order to try and continue to make use of the bike, which is after all the point of it. I'm lucky, I suppose, in that I've got other vehicles I can use to get to work if I need to. But of course, if you bought this bike as your sole means of transport, then you know, you'd be faced with either not being able to get about, maybe get to work or whatever, and the choice of riding around without a working indicator for over a month. So Yeah, I do feel sorry for the dealers. I guess they've got busy and they have only got limited appointments. But on the other hand, it's not really what I paid for, I suppose. I don't know, what do you think about it? Drop me a comment and let me know. Anyhow, stop moaning, Alex, is probably going to be the main comment. This is the light that's been delivered. So I couldn't get a black one, a matching black one. I've got this sort of satin chrome one. I actually really like it. Might be tempted to change all the ones on the bike to those. They're rather nice, aren't they? And you can see it's just got these bullet connectors, the same as the other ones. You can see I can just about make out the colours of the wires. So I should be able to match it up and connect the same colour wire to the same terminal on the bike. So let's change that over and see at least if that works. Well, I don't know if you can see, but the old light has a blue and a green wire. The new light has an orange and a green wire, so I'm assuming the green wire goes back in the same place and the orange one goes where the blue one went. Well, there we go. That's pretty decisively working, I would say. Right, let's get it all put back together. Right, let's do a final check now the bike is reassembled. And I have noticed, look, on the other indicator, the one that was still working, the paint has started to chip off. That could be because the pannier is knocking against it. But it looks like it's the same satin chrome underneath anyway. Well, that's good. I'm pleased we've got it working anyway, and I can go back to work on it next week and stop using the car again and get in some more valuable practice at motorcycle riding. Because the ultimate aim is perhaps next year to take the full test, and well, who knows where that will lead, whether we'll keep the 125 or whether we'll trade up for something a little bigger. I don't know many people keep riding a 125 after they pass the full test. It is slightly frustrating still not being able to keep up with the 60-mile-an-hour traffic. It's just a shade slower than that. But anyway, yeah, that seemed like an easy enough fix in the end. Fingers crossed it lasts. So what do you think I should do? Do you think I should put the old indicator back on when I take it in for its service and warranty repair and let them sort out another indicator for me, which means I'll probably have to take it in yet again. Of course, I've had to have a day off work to get it in, and I might have to have another day off work to take it in again to have the warranty work done once it's approved. And of course, that's now 2 days holiday of not very much holiday left used up, where we could be having motorhome trips, of course. Or I could just get another of those indicators off eBay so it matches on the other side, because I do quite like the look of them over the black. It kind of fits in with the black and sort of shiny chrome or matte chrome finish of the bike, but it just means sort of letting Mutt off the hook in terms of the warranty, which is no great shakes, I suppose. That light, I think, cost me £23. No, let me know, what would you do? Or maybe you just take it in with that light on and just say, well, I've replaced it because you couldn't see it quick enough, still sort out the warranty claim. But then they might say, well, you've fiddled with it, it's no longer covered by the warranty. Don't know. Drop me a comment, let me know what you would do. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Give the like button a press. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more.